Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Alicia. Happy New Year, happy 2019. I missed y'all. I haven't did a video in a few. It's been a little minute, and so you know what I'm saying. Missed y'all, really did. And so this video I'm doing now, first video of 2019. And I can't wait to share with y'all all the stuff I got going on right now, but we'll get to that a little later. This video is the top 10 things that I really disliked about season 3, part 1 of Star. This video suggestion came from one of my YouTube supporters who has messaged me every day, like 3-4 times a day, to do this video. It was a topic I never even thought about. However, I'm gonna do it today. And y'all know how I do. Ain't nothing changed. I'm gonna get right into it. All right. Number 10, Andy's death. All right. Now, we all know that Andy was an asshole. Granted. But that brother didn't deserve to die like that. Okay. And I wasn't emotionally prepared to deal with that. And, you know, for me, I'm like, y'all couldn't write nothing better for Andy's departure. Like, y'all couldn't do nothing better than that. And I think it was because, for me, Andy's death took us on so many emotions. It took us on this ride. Because in reality, I'm thinking, is the brother really gonna die? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he gonna make it out this episode? And, you know, sadly, we know that he died and he took his last breaths, you know, in Carlotta's arms. And I just wasn't prepared for that. So the number 10 thing that I dislike the most about season 3, part 1 was definitely Andy's death. All right. Number 9, Simone and Nina. I absolutely hated. This was more than disliked. I absolutely hated everything concerning Nina and Simone. I hated the way that they tried to initiate or develop this romantic relationship with them when both of them were married. I hated everything about it. I hated that she had to be the one to help Andy come back into the States, that she gave money, then she gave extra money because she knew the scheme that these people were going to play once they got into the States as far as asking for more money. Then I hated the fact that even when the brother got into the States, you trying to push up on his wife in the hotel room. And I'm like, Nina, come on now. You know, come on. I hated the way that they both played with each other's emotions and feelings throughout the first 9 episodes of the first half. I really hated it. I hated everything about them. I even hate saying their names in the same sentence. Nina and Simone. Gave me a headache just then. All right. I ain't gonna make this video long, but I just wanted to do it because I said I would do it today. All right. Number 8, Miss Bruce's hair. That disturbed my spirit because, you know, Miss Bruce, this is like a come up year for Miss Bruce. Miss Bruce now fell in love with Bobby. Miss Bruce is now Take Three's manager. And I'm thinking to myself, y'all couldn't do a better job for Miss Bruce. Y'all couldn't do, you know what I'm saying? Y'all couldn't really give her no nice looking wigs. Like, it really pissed me off. Miss Bruce hair really looked like the alarm went off. She wakes up, roll out of bed. That's it. She just wake up and roll out of bed. Like, there was no care. She didn't look the part of a manager. Now, they tried to dress her as such, but as far as her looking the part in totality, she did not do that. I hated the fact that they did Miss Bruce like that. Miss Bruce should have felt tried. Miss Bruce should have felt next. I know y'all plan to go bring that other wig back up in here. And I said, I think that Miss Lawrence has to be the only cast member who comes to set looking better than what she does when she's being recorded. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, Miss Lawrence, baby, dresses to the T is always on point. But that character, Miss Bruce, they could do better. Hopefully part 2, we get to see a complete transformation, you know what I'm saying, of Miss Bruce. Hopefully. Nimsel, Miss Ruby's rape. Miss Ruby's rape was something I totally despised about the first half of the season. And if we can all be honest, that was only written for Derek to have a storyline, because without Miss Ruby's rape, Derek would not have had anything to do. And then we see Miss Ruby never needed Derek to do anything. Derek didn't need to go undercover. Derek, it was just no need for that, especially with the way that they had Miss Ruby being the one to take Mike out, and she did it so beautifully. You know, if you had to take somebody out, you do it where, you know what I'm saying, ain't no evidence. They can't link you to the murder. I'm not suggesting you're gonna kill nobody, and I'm not telling you how to kill nobody. I'm just saying, if you had to do something, hypothetically, Miss Ruby is the one you want to, go after, because she did it to the T. Ain't nobody going to link that murder back to her. But no one started knowing Star, they gonna find some loophole, some piece of hell that came out of her wig that makes Miss Ruby the prime suspect. Y'all know how that go. Y'all already know how that go. Number 6, Alex's many trials and tribulations. Let's just go down the list, shall we? Surviving a plane crash, PTSD, a stalker, panic attacks, her no good ass boyfriend, speaking to her, in my personal opinion, in a very verbally abusive way. I'm just like, what else can y'all do to support Alex? What else can y'all do to her? Now think about it. All the things that we saw Alex go through, this happened in a 9 episode, period. And I'm just like, what else can y'all do to this girl? And on top of that, you got her with the man that she really don't want. I'm like, y'all just, nothing else bad should happen to Alex for the duration of Star. I don't care if it's on for 6 seasons. Nothing bad should happen to Alex anymore. The stuff that this baby went through in the first half of this season was very, very, just, to me, unnecessary. It almost became uncomfortable watching the things that Alex had to go through, especially her panic attacks. It was very uncomfortable to watch, and I'm just like, I just don't understand the purpose of you causing this character so much distress and so much anguish when everybody else is really kind of just moving on with their life or doing things that make them happy. And her, on the other hand, she just getting all the leftover, whatever the writers felt that was left over for them to give that was possibly something great. I'm like, we had to wait to 9 episodes for her to really get her solo performance. So I'm like, I just don't want to see anything else happen to Alex that is not something positive, that's not on the up and up, that's not for her benefit. So they just need to do better with that character. I would really love to see them do better with that character. All right, number 5. Derek and Alex's relationship. Everything, y'all know how I feel about that. Everything about them is piss poor. Everything about their relationship is piss poor, coming from where they live, coming from what we can tell, Alex is the only one who's bringing money into their relationship. She's the only one with the drive. She's the only one with motivation to do what she loves to do. The first 9 episodes of this particular season, we did not see Derek do anything other than try to solve his grandmother's case as far as finding who actually raped his grandmother. Other than that, we didn't see Derek do anything to benefit himself. So for me, it's kind of disgusting actually watching this type of relationship, because it almost highlights and make it appears that this is okay. And for me, my personal opinion, it's not okay. It's not okay to be with someone who's not doing anything to uplift you, who's not doing anything to better themselves and better us as a couple, and also planning for our future together. So for me, I just think they just done a piss poor job with the development of Alex. And even for those, like I've said many other times before, if they happen to be your favorite couple on the show, you should be pissed off by the quality of writing that they have made for that particular storyline, because everything about it just, I wish I had a sound of a toilet flushing, because that's what needs to happen to their relationship. Nympho, the paternity of Star's baby. I don't think that many of us was very shocked about it, because based on how they wrote the show, they gave 2 options. It was either going to be Jackson or it was going to be Noah. Now with them making Noah the father of the baby, it wasn't anything that was shocking, because if you go back to the first episode of this season, they really have been building this stuff up. The little times that Noah and Star bump into each other, or they're just these impromptu conversations, or these impromptu meetings where they just happen to be at the same place at the same time, where he's the one, he playing super saver hole, he trying to come in like, Star don't do it, but she threw the water in little Denny's face. So it's like the way that they built this up, it was almost as if it's obvious who you're gonna make the father, even though it don't make sense logically, but we not dealing with logical writers. So that was just piss poor, and then the way they downplayed it, the way that they just, poor Jackson. I'm looking forward to Jackson, because I think Jackson gonna turn into he gonna do a complete 180 when part 2 comes on. At least that's what I'm hoping, because no one is just that calm with something like that. No one is just that nice consistently. So I'm really ready to see a shake up with Jackson. You feel me? All right, number 3. Alex and Noah's non-existent relationship slash friendship. I hated the fact that we had to wait until 6 episodes for them to even acknowledge each other. And in the 6th episode, I think that was Anya, and that was the one where we actually saw them look at each other. Nothing verbal. They just looked at each other. And even with that, it was so much passion in that it caused us to, like really be excited for what was about to come. And then, comes episode 8, where they had those two very powerful encounters. And to me, it demonstrated just how impactful they were to each other, that they could be completely open, completely bare, and completely vulnerable. Yet and still, that was the only interaction that we saw between Alex and Noah the entire 9 episodes, because right after those two impactful moments that they had in episode 8, we get to episode 9, they don't say a word to each other. So for me, I hated that they did that way. It just really pissed me off, because Alex and Noah were friends, and from their friendship came a relationship, a romantic relationship. And I hated the fact that they didn't demonstrate that within the first 9 episodes of the show. Number 2 and number 1 has been dedicated to the writers, and they get 2 spots because they were that bad. Everything that I talked about from 3 to 10, basically it was the writer's fault. We already know that. You have a great show, it's because you have great writers. You have a poor show, it's because you have poor writers. And the thing with these writers is that they left so many things unknown. They left so many unspoken things just for us to conjure our own, conjure our own conclusion about. And the one thing that they really do that I hate, and I hate this with a passion, they have people disappear from the show without saying anything. Where the hell is Nia? Where the hell is Megan? Where the hell is Jaden's mama? I knew something was up when Jaden mama didn't show up to her own baby birthday party. Where they do that at? So they have a tendency to just kind of erase people off, and then they gonna bring them back, because we know Megan gonna be back the second half of the season. And I'm thinking, but where did she go? She had that traumatic experience, I understand, when the gun was pulled on Noah, but where is she? So they have a tendency to just make people appear and make people disappear like they some damn magicians. So I hate that they do that. I want them to fire everybody. Fire the entire writing staff. So prayerfully during this time of hiatus, but we already know they done shot at least 15 episodes. They only got 1 left to go? Or 2 left to go? I don't know. But I'm just like, I'm very you know what? I said all that, but really the whole first half of season 3, I disliked. There were moments that were meaningful to me. However, I wasn't here for it. I just wasn't here for it. And a notable mention is Star's attitude. Almost everything about Star's attitude, the first 9 episodes, were just immature. It was very still selfish, still this, and you really didn't see a lot of growth and maturity from either of the characters, from none of the characters really. And I was just disappointed the whole way around, just as a fan. And I made the statement when I did the review on the season finale, and I said, as a fan, I'm pretty much done with the show. And in actuality, I am. This is really the first time I have talked about Star, anything really concerning Star, since the season finale, because it doesn't interest me anymore. It doesn't pique my curiosity. There are some things that I am interested in finding out, as far as some of the things that we don't know. How is Star going to function as a mother? What's going to happen to Noah? Is he going to have his memory when the show comes back? We know that the script was leaked intentionally for us to know that Alex is going to either get engaged or she's already engaged. And it's fair to say that it's to Derek. And just seeing what they're going to do from this point, because I believe at this point they're just in a critical place with the show, because you have so many. I believe you have a lot of fans, whether they're Daleks, Stoa, whomever. It's time to elevate. It's time to progress your show. It's time to take it to a level that it hasn't been before, because all the hype that was geared around the first half of season 3, it was just hype, and they did not meet the expectations, in my personal opinion, of their fans, of their faithful viewers. So hopefully when part 2 come out, we're, I ain't got no hopes, but you know what I'm saying, my hope is that the writers have done a better job, but we shall see. We ain't got that much longer. I know they come back in March. I'm not really sure the date just yet, but I am interested in how they're going to flip all the mistakes, all the horrible storylines, all the unfinished storylines, all the storylines that didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that we get to see a complete 180 with the way that the story is going. And you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to keep my word and do this little video. Thank God it ain't that long, but I just wanted to do this little video on my thoughts of the top 10 things about what I dislike the most about part 1 of season 3. And if I didn't hit on anything about that you like, you can drop it down in the comments. You know what I'm saying? And like I said in the intro, don't worry about that clock. Next time you see me, I have it fixed. All right, y'all know how I do. If you like the video, like, share, subscribe, and like always, I'll holler at y'all later. One.